Check 1, 2. Check, 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 check. We're good. Hey, my friends. How you guys doing? Oh, yeah. I'm excited. This one's good today, okay? Today we're talking about storms. Love storms, okay? And this is about life's storms. And it's a reading from the Gospel according to Mark. Here we go. On that day, when evening had come, Jesus said to them, "Let's go across to the other side." He's talking about the sea. And leaving the crowd behind, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was. Other boats were with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat so that the boat was almost being swamped. But Jesus was in the stern. It's the back of the boat, asleep on a cushion. And they woke him up and they said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And he woke up and he rebuked the wind and he said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And then the wind ceased and there was a dead calm. And he said to his disciples, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" And they were filled with great awe, and they said to one another, "Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" The gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right. Storms. I love storms. I used to chase storms. Little known fact, I used to climb power poles. That was one of my early jobs way back when. And part of the job that we had to do was we literally would follow thunderstorms as they rolled through the prairies and they'd zap lightning and shut off the power. And we'd come right in behind and we'd have to fix the power up. And sometimes that storm would circle back around and the winds would pick up and they would go and blow the same power, the same place. And the nights were wild. The trees were rocking. We'd have power poles struck by lightning and 3 power poles on either side of it would be destroyed, just splintered, obliterated. One time I saw a bolt of lightning hit a power station and it left a big glowing green ball of plasma and it just pulsed and pulsed and pulsed and it disappeared slowly. Just this ball of electricity sitting on the ground. It was unbelievable, the power of the storm. And today, in these readings from Mass, this is for Sunday, June 20th, the readings are all about storms, and I have to go get these for a sec from way back. So in the Catholic Mass, we'll have a reading from the Old Testament. We'll have often a psalm, okay, from the book of Psalms, and then we'll have a second reading like that's usually from like the letters, and then we'll have the gospel reading. And so today, the reading from the Old Testament is from the book of Job. Listen to this. This is God talking to Job, okay? "Who shut in the sea with doors when it burst out from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and the thick darkness its swaddling clothes, and said, 'Thus farther you shall not come and no further, and here your proud waves shall be stopped.'" So even in the book of Job, which is thousands of years before Jesus, they knew God had power over the storms. And then we listen to the psalm today. These are written generally by King David, and they express a lot of emotion. And this one is Psalm 107. "They cried, the people of the Lord cried to the Lord in their trouble, and he brought them out from their distress. He made the storm be still, and the waves of the sea were hushed." I've been through storms too that had nothing to do with the weather. I watched a dear friend of mine be killed in a car wreck. I've faced myself 2 broken ankles at the same time. Kids who've gotten sick, families struggling, friends, really, really close friends. And these storms, they leave me wondering, like, God, where are you in this? Like, this really hurts. And it's really scary sometimes. And too often what we think is that God is the bringer of the storms, when every indication is that God is in it with us, not just surrounding us, but in the boat. And he's asleep because he's certain that things are going to be okay. He's just wanting us to trust him. And we wake up in a cold sweat and we're like, what are you doing? Why are you leading me here? Why aren't you doing something about this? And he stops and he just says, peace, be still. Because he's got one promise at the very beginning of this first passage that I read to you. He's got one promise. He says, let's go across to the other side. He's going to take us through it. That's the first thing he tells us before the storm even comes. He promises he's going to get us across to the other side. So, my young brothers and sisters, if you're in a storm, or if you're watching someone else go through a storm, you may just be in a storm of disbelief. You might not even be sure anymore if God is even real. And if he is, like, what's he doing in this world? If you're in that storm, if you're in a storm where you're watching a family member struggle with illness or addiction, maybe you are struggling too. Just please know that God is with you. He's in the boat. And he says, I'm going to get you through to the other side. But I need you to have faith. I need you to come to me. I need you to just say, Jesus, help us. Don't you care? And he's going to be say, peace. I do. I love you. I'm going to get you through to the other side. I love you guys too. I'm praying for you in all your storms. God's with you. God bless you.